Good Boy follows a dog named Indy, who has to face off against supernatural forces after he and his owner move into a new house. This is one of those ones that quickly made the rounds for its brilliant concept. A supernatural horror film, nothing unique in itself there, but a supernatural haunting film from the POV of a dog? Brilliant! I was immediately hooked by this premise. And really the only thing that me and a lot of other people were worried about is that this would be one of those films that has a great concept, but for a short film. It wouldn't be able to be stretched out into a full-length film. At least, not well. So I haven't seen Good Boy. Holy moly, it's great. I think by far this is one of the best films of the year. For one, Andy the dog is such a great actor. That's not only the name of the character, but is the name of the real dog in the film, which is the dog of director Ben Lindenberg. You really feel the emotion this dog is supposed to be feeling. Whether it's happy, scared, sad, Andy is a very convincing actor. And of course, since this is a dog, you get very easily engaged in this character and this story. I found myself getting emotional towards the end. And don't go in so expecting this to be a film where the dog saves the owner from the supernatural foe, because that's not what it is. The film has a message, a pretty tragic one at that, and the supernatural aspects are used as a metaphor for the message, but still does provide plenty of spooktacular spooks. Something unique I've seen a lot of people bring up about this film is that this is like a horror movie for a dog. Like this is a horror film that a dog would find scary, and I do agree with that. What happens in this film would probably be scary and realistic to a dog. I also respect and admire that despite having a low budget, the effects are really good. This doesn't feel like a low budget film, despite it being a low budget film. I also really appreciate the film's runtime. It's short and easy, being only 1 hour and 13 minutes. They knew this was a good concept, but that couldn't be stretched out too long. And the film's pace makes it feel longer, at least 1 hour 30. And since we are following a dog, we get a lot of low and different cameras that we just don't get in other films. This is an incredibly unique and different film. I overall loved it and I highly recommend it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, just like and subscribing. Bye guys for now, bye, Thacker.